Hi, everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of Project Happiness with the Singapore Art Museum. You might have heard me say this before. The Singapore Art Museum is a contemporary art museum based over here in Singapore that focuses on art making and art thinking. So we really hope that this program called Project Happiness, Unwind with Sam, will help you foster peace of mind wherever you go right now from here and moving forward. So I think we are in the first week of lightening of the circuit breaker measures. And so all of us are probably experiencing very different things. So I'd just like to take this moment for all of us to take a step back and to just settle in before we start on the session today. So if we can take a moment to find a seat that feels supportive for us right now. If you're sitting on a chair, you're welcome to scoot forward slightly so that your feet can be planted firmly on the ground. If you're sitting on the ground, you feel free to take a cross-legged position or anything that allows you to sit upright. Just going to bring the fronts of your shoulders back slightly, so then your collarbones are wide. You're going to bring your shoulders directly above your hips. Just gently rest your hands on your lap. And you're welcome to close your eyes. But if closing your eyes isn't available for you right now, you're welcome to keep your gaze open. But just have a really soft gaze here. We're going to very gently start to invite ourselves into this practice. Just as how you invite a guest into your home, very lovingly and with open wide arms, welcome yourself into your current seat right now. And you're welcome to start to bring a very gentle awareness onto your inhalation breath and your exhalation breath. And with that gentle awareness, notice how is your breathing like right now. Perhaps you can notice the length of your inhalation and your exhalation. You can notice how deep your inhalation or exhalation goes in your body. And you can also notice how does it feel to just bring a very gentle awareness to the inhalation breath and exhalation breath. As you move forward in this practice today, you're welcome to approach this with a sense of openness and a sense of curiosity. Before we go into the artwork, we can focus on the internal workings of the body right now. And just notice if your shoulders feel light. Do they feel open? Do they feel constricted? Do they feel soft? Do they feel tight? Bring some awareness to your belly and noticing if you feel a sense of openness, tightness, a sense of expansion, or a sense of tension. You could be feeling any other things right now in your belly, just allowing us to notice what's going on in there. And then I welcome you wherever you are at in your practice, or wherever you're at in however you're feeling right now in your body. With every exhalation breath, to remind ourselves to soften our shoulders and soften any other parts of the body that you feel might be holding onto some sort of tension. So you're feeling some sort of tension in your shoulders. On the exhalation breath, you let the shoulders glide down your back. You feel some sort of tension in your belly. On the exhalation breath, just allow us to soften the muscles around our belly. And as we soften the physical muscles in our body, just notice how does that feel emotionally and mentally for you. So for today's meditation, we're going to meditate on the ways in which we relate to ourselves, each other, and the surroundings around us. Ever since this virus, the COVID-19 has been around us, ever since the quarantine measures have been set in, all of us have experienced different sorts of physical, mental, and physical, emotional, and mental sensations. Every single day, we might be experiencing very different things. And so in today's meditation, we're going to take time to walk through them and just allow ourselves to release any tensions that might have been very sticky throughout the past few months. Notice if we can find a sense of space and openness within us, which allows us to then move forward as we walk together as a nation and as a world past this quarantine period. So wherever we're at right now, we're all going to do a breath together. Sit together as a community. Let's all take a very deep inhalation breath and fill our bodies up with the inhale. We're going to hold it there at the very top. And together, let's just exhale it all out. Let's do it one more time. And inhale, inflate our bodies up with breath. And together, let's exhale it all out. We're all going to very gently start to open our eyes. So today we're going to take a look at a series of unstaged street portraits of everyday people. This is a 2013 photo series by Nguan, and it's titled Singapore. So you're welcome to take a look at these photos and then notice the very soft tones that Nguyen had used to give off this very sentimental and nostalgic vibe. So as we walk through the photos today, you're welcome again to notice any thoughts or emotions or physical sensations that arise for you. You're welcome to take a pause in between the photos by either closing your eyes, taking a few inhales and exhales, and then join us whenever you feel ready to. So we're all going to take a look at the first photo. So this photo, we're going to take a look at the first photo right now. And this photo, as we take a look at it, you're going to notice what are the first thing or things that pop out for you. Notice the colors and the words. And notice how do they make you feel. Just looking at the facial expressions of the people, what feelings are being evoked for you? What was your mode of transportation getting around Singapore or around the world before being quarantined? How has your relationship with transportation remained the same, or has your relationship with transportation changed during this period? Taking your breath now, we're going to move on to the next image. And this photograph may be familiar to Singaporeans. How does it feel like for you to see the people occupying the seats next to each other? Are there any thoughts or emotions that arise for you? We see an elderly man using a public phone as well. Are there any other elements in this photograph that stands out for you? How has your relationships with eating and socializing changed in the past few months? How has the ways in which we interact with each other changed with the improvements in technology? Taking a deep breath as we move on to the next photo. This photo shows two gentlemen of different ethnicities interacting with each other. Are there any emotions or thoughts that come up for you as you look at this photo, observing the way in which they are interacting with each other? Notice your breath. Has the rhythm of your breath changed in any way? How have you interacted with persons of different ethnicities in the past? What is your current relationship with different ethnicities right now? And really taking your time to feel any emotions or thoughts that arise, keeping the breath in the foreground. Move on to the next photo. We can see a man lying down on his slide in a public playground. What time of the day do you think this photo was taken? How do you think this man may be feeling? In the recent months, the rules on how we utilize public spaces have changed significantly. What is your relationship with public spaces right now? How have the rules and the changes impacted your relationship with public spaces? And remembering that we have the option to close our eyes or look elsewhere at any time that we need to. Just take a breather in between photos. I'm going to move on to the final photo where we see the back of a lady in a pink sari. She appears to be looking out into the distance, into something that is not being framed up in this photo. We can notice different elements of nature as well in this photo. What emotions or thoughts are rising for you right now as you observe this photo? How do you feel right now as we're starting to move forward as a nation in this COVID-19 situation? How do you feel about what lies ahead of us that perhaps we cannot see right now in our own scope of vision? How does it feel like to look into the distance right now for you? We're now going to take an opportunity to look at all the photos together. But before we get there, again, you're welcome to take a breath. Allow yourself to digest any thought or emotion that has came up for you. And then whenever you feel ready, opening your eyes or keep them closed. We're going to slowly sort of transition into this collage where all the photos are being put together. We have seen the photographs separately. But how does it feel right now to see the Singapore that we knew before in all of these photos? And if we were to draw parallels to where we are at right now as a nation, what thoughts or emotions are coming up for you? Keeping the breath constant. Now we have an idea of all the 5 images. You're invited to close your eyes or keep your eyes open, but just have a really soft gaze. So whether you're looking at your phone or the computer screen, just have a really soft gaze and allowing the colors of the photos, just let that be absorbed into your vision. And the other option is to have our eyes closed and just have a memory of what we saw before. And now I welcome you to let go of any storyline that might have been attached to any physical sensation or emotion that came up for you. And allow ourselves to just focus on that emotion or that sensation. It could be a sense of joy. It could be a sense of anxiety. It could be a sense of peacefulness, a sense of frustration. It could be also a sense of everything mixed together. You're welcome to do a check-in with your bodies and notice, where do all the sensations lie in? Do they lie in your rib cage, your throat, your face? Do they lie in your belly, your hips, your legs? Could be in your arms or your fingers. Using the breath to help us wash through the entire body and noticing, where do all the sensations lie at in our bodies? And even if we're feeling a sense of nothing, nothing is still something. Which part of your body feels nothing? Again, on the exhalation breath, allowing ourselves to soften the shoulders, and soften any areas in the body that might be holding on to a lot of tension or tightness. Whereas at some point you find your mind starting to drift away, you're welcome to invite yourself to come back to the inhalation breath and the exhalation breath. You're welcome to open your eyes and take a look again at the photos, if that helps you focus. We're just finding different ways to enable ourselves to come back into our own bodies and notice the things that arise for us. And this is really important to really digest everything that has happened in the past few months. Because as we move forward together as a nation, if we can't discharge any tension or any negative or sticky emotion or thought that might be clinging to us during this period of time, as we move forward past this quarantine period, these stickiness, these bits of tension might stay with us. And down the road, something could trigger us and we can go back into that heightened state of whether it's frustration or anxiety or anger. So it's really important to notice the tightness that reside in us right now. And take the time to notice if we can let go of them. And if we cannot let go of them, are there any other tools available for us out there that will help us discharge any tension that might still be in our bodies right now? We're gonna end this meditation with a loving kindness mantra. So you're welcome to bring into mind someone who is really close to you, someone who's really dear to you. And you're welcome to repeat these words to this person that you have in your mind right now. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be filled with loving kindness. You're going to bring someone into mind, someone whom you don't necessarily gel very well with, someone you don't necessarily get along, and you might have some kind of friction with this person. Very gently bring this person into your mind. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be filled with loving kindness. I'm going to bring into mind a stranger. You might have seen this person maybe as you're flipping through social media, maybe it's from someone across the world, maybe it's someone who's at a grocery store. Bring this person into your mind. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be filled with loving kindness. We're going to bring the awareness back to ourselves. I'm going to say these words back to ourselves. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be filled with loving kindness. Keep the breath going and really allows us to digest all that we did today. And from wherever we're at, whether in Singapore or any other part of the world, we're all going to do a breath together again. Sit together as a community. Let's all take a very deep inhalation breath and fill our bodies up with the inhale. And together, let's exhale it all out. Let's all very gently start to bow our head down towards our chest. Sending a few words of gratitude towards ourselves. Thanking ourselves for carving this time out today from our schedules. To take the time to find the space in between. Taking the time to find space for ourselves to digest and process any thoughts or emotions that might have been taking a hold on us during this period. Just taking this time for us to just be here in this present moment. So really thank ourselves for doing this practice today. And I thank all of you guys for sharing your Wednesday evening with me. I'm gonna take some time to flip over to Facebook and just see if there are any comments or any questions. Hi Dee, hi Akash. Hey Elizabeth. Ooh. So there is also right now a comment form, so feel free to fill that up as well, the feedback form. So I don't see any questions right now, so we are just about to end the meditation. But before that, remember to like, share, and subscribe. We definitely look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, same time, same channel, and I will look forward to seeing all you guys again. So have a very good Wednesday and very good week ahead. Take care, you guys. Good night.